Alright, so not too long ago I made some calcium acetate, and a lot of people's like, what? Well, actually one person said, why? I'm going to show you why. One reason was just to see if I could do it, because I'm bored and I have no life right now. Another reason is so I can make some alcohol jelly. You might have seen something like it if you've ever seen the product Sterno. Sterno is just a gel that is filled with alcohol instead of water, and burns for a good long while. You can use it to warm things up. I might use it, for doing a little bit of the more dangerous chemistry outside, because I need a mobile source of heat. So I'm going to give it a shot. I've got a recipe here. It says that it requires 15 grams of calcium acetate, 50 milliliters of water, and 150 milliliters of 99% isopropyl alcohol. Okay, I've got plenty of calcium acetate. There's well over 15 grams here. So that's good. 50 milliliters of water. Got some good distilled water here, and some 91% alcohol. That's not gonna do. Watch out. None of this stuff is toxic at all. I mean, everything's toxic. Basically, salt is toxic. You just don't eat, a lot of this stuff here. So I need more concentrated, drier alcohol, and I know that I can't distill this because this is azeotropic alcohol, meaning whenever you distill it, it's going to come over at 91% alcohol and 9% water, no matter what you do. So distillation or anything like that can't get rid of this 9% alcohol. This is magnesium sulfate anhydrous. There might be a little bit of the hydrates in there. I used this a little bit and it draws a little bit of moisture from the air. But anyway, anhydrous means without water. Magnesium sulfate is actually really common. People know this as Epsom salt. I produce this simply by heating Epsom salt until the water was released from the salt and evaporated, and it goes from this is probably a full bag of crystals right here, but once dehydrated, it turned into this a little bit of powder, because whenever you're looking at Epsom salt, you're looking at a lot of water, bound to magnesium sulfate, but since this is dehydrated, it really wants water. It will suck water out of stuff. It's often used as what's called desiccant, meaning it dries things out. Actually, is what desiccant means, I believe. So I'm going to end up losing some of the alcohol. It's going to end up stuck in the powder. So I'm going to pour out a little more than what I need, actually. I'm going to go up to, let's see, about 180 milliliters, or 175. Let's see, probably about there. Okay. So around about 10% of this fluid here is water, and that's not going to do. I mean, I think it will do. But the recipe called for 99%, and I've got this, so I might as well use it. So, just spoon some in here. Don't breathe the dust. I'm gonna overkill. Put about 3 of these teaspoons in here, and stir it all up. Make sure it's good and mixed. So this alcohol is definitely drier. I don't know if it's 99%, but it's getting up there, and it's got plenty of dry magnesium sulfate to keep drying it out. So one more stir for good luck. Break up all the clumps at the bottom, and let it settle, and then work on calcium acetate. Now, I don't have scales, so I can't do 15 grams of calcium acetate. But I know what they're going for. What I need is a saturated solution of calcium acetate, and I'll explain why that is later. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with 50 milliliters of distilled water in this. I'll just use this. 50 milliliters of distilled water. In this jar here. I'll put a little extra stuff. Yeah, alright. And I'm just going to add calcium acetate until no more of it dissolves into the water. 15 grams is probably about 2 or 3 of these. Let's see. Oh yeah, it's going clear, and I see it's just about dissolved. All that. I'm definitely gonna need some more. Let me dry my spoon. Okay. I'm fairly certain this is about as saturated as it's going to get. So move these here, and let them settle out, and I'll be back to show you how this works. Alright, check this. Looks like there's, yep, undissolved crystals at the bottom of that. Looks like there's definitely a layer of clear, dry alcohol on top of this. So I'm going to do a little bit of decanting. I'm going to try to get this alcohol out of here without getting any of the desiccant in it. Check my mad pouring abilities. See the difference there? That's dry. Oh, okay. I should have 50 milliliters of saturated calcium acetate. Decant this as well. I'm getting some crystals in it and stuff. Too bad though. Okay. Don't necessarily need all of it. Okay. I want to let this settle a little bit before I pour it out, so let's I'll be back. I don't think what's in here is going to settle. Alright, so if I did this correctly, I've tried this a few times and failed every time. If I did this correctly, this should produce a gel. Ah, here we are, side it for me. The calcium acetate is saturated right now. There we are. Starting to produce that gel. Well, I poured this in a bit too fast, and I got a really thick gel with these big chunks of gel. But yeah, this is alcohol jelly, Sterno, and I've got a little tin here. I'm going to stuff it in there. Now I don't know exactly how this keeps. Okay, that's a good bit. It's gonna flame up quite a bit. All right, and I'm not gonna burn this inside because that would be retarded, and this can's gonna get very fucking hot. So I'll be right back. All right, I realize this camera's shit, and you can't see shit, and it's dark outside. Let me flip my lighter here. Shh. Okay, there's the can. All right, I'm going to back this up a little bit. Make sure that it's still in frame. There we are. All right, and give it a light. Fucking cool. I could probably cut out like a donut piece of donut shaped piece of metal and put over it to kind of emulate like a Sterno can. It's got a smaller opening. It's not just, you know, whole can on fire there. That's a good bit of heat right there. I could do some stuff with that. I mean, in a pinch, you know, I used a little. I mean, it was all very inexpensive. I've got. Let me do some math here. Less than $3 in it, because the 3 ingredients that I used all cost $1. I don't know if it'll store or not, but I'm gonna try. I don't know if I should put it in the fridge or leave it at room temperature, but either way, I'm try to take all the air out of it, because it should stay intact as long as the alcohol doesn't evaporate. I'm thinking. I don't think anything else should happen to it. It might decompose, but we'll find out. So maybe I've got this, you know, alcohol gel fuel that cost me, actually Emily, less than $1, and that's a good bit. And that can also, hold on. That can has a good bit in it as well. Probably smarter if I tie my hair up. Okay. Whoa. Whoa, Nelly. It's locked. Oh, I dropped it. Huh. I wonder. I dropped this in water, and it's still good solid to gel. Huh. Try again. Oh, there it goes. Right up. Wow, this gel is waterproof. Alright, let's see here. Yep. And